Tree! Welcome to your guided reading lesson today. So before we begin, we have a retrieval, as we always do. So in our last lesson, Lila had entered the cave and was confronted by the fire spirits and the fire fiend, Rizvani. Sorry, I couldn't say that then. So now I want you to think about what we have read carefully and answer the questions below. Okay, these are on your worksheet, so I need you to pause the video here. Have a go answering those questions now. Okay, welcome back. So today we're still going to be working with our Iggy inference. Okay, so now we should know that what inferring and inference means. But our learning objective still today is to infer meaning from what is being stated and implied. Now, to be successful again today, we need to make sure we read each question carefully, underline key parts. Apply your background knowledge. Remember, we said that yesterday about thinking about what is it trying to tell me here? Looking carefully in the text for clues about how the character's feeling and using quotes to support your answers and copying quotes exactly how they're written. Not just thinking, oh, I think it said this. You're writing it exactly how it is written. So remember, what does inference in Iggy do? Pause the video, quick chat to the person in the room. Okay, can you remember that? Brilliant. He is there to help you to hunt for clues. Remember, you are a detective. You are finding the clues to build the picture. All right. So they're going to help you to work out how someone is feeling or why someone did something or why something is happening. And remember, his questions often start with why or how do you know? And that will always give you a clue. So remember, he's going to ask you questions he's going to ask you questions such as, how do you think this character is feeling? Why do you think that? Okay. What do you think the author meant when? Why do you think the author uses a particular word? What effect did the author want to create by? Finding words which show how the character feels about, and how do you know how that character is feeling? Remember, they're all questions to get knowledge, to gain knowledge, to build that picture, to get the evidence. Remember, when you're inferring, you've become a detective and you need to find that evidence to build the bigger picture. So let's be detectives together today. So we're just going to talk through this one together. This isn't on your worksheet. The next one you'll do yourself. So Casey rolled over in her bed as she felt the sunlight hit her face. The beams were warming on the back of her neck, and then she slowly realised that it was Thursday. And she felt a little too good for a Thursday. Struggling to open her eyes, she looked at the clock. 9:48, she shouted. Holy cow! Casey jumped out of her bed, threw on the first outfit that she grabbed, brushed her teeth in 2 swipes, threw her books into her backpack, and ran out of the door. So what problem is Casey having here, and where is she going? Pause the video, just have a chat with the person in the room. So what problem is she having there? And where is she going? Let's talk about it here. So I think here that Casey is running late, isn't she? And in the text, it actually said, oh my goodness, when she opened her eyes. And also the time is a little bit late for me waking up on a Thursday, especially if we know that you're at school normally on a Thursday and 9:48. Well, it's nearly break time. So then when she looked at the time, it suggests that she slept in. And it also says that she threw on the first outfit. Now, when you're not in a rush, you peruse your outfits, you think about what you're going to wear. But if you're in a rush, you quickly grab something, go, oh, that'll do, and put it on really quickly. Have you ever done that before? I know I have sometimes. And then that tells me that she's in a rush. Okay. Now, where do you think she's going? Well, I think she's going to school. And the reason why I think she's going to school is because she threw her books into her backpack. Now, if she was going out to play with her friends, she wouldn't throw her books into her backpack unless they were going to a book club. But I'm thinking, from the facts that I can see, it's Thursday. She's woken up late. She needs to grab her backpack and she's putting books into her bag. She's definitely late for school. Did you get that too? Fantastic. Okay, so now this one is on your sheet, your worksheet. So I'd like you to read it and then answer the questions for me. Okay, welcome back. So now you are going to have a go at answering, reading your text now. So you've got the next part of that chapter. Now you're going to read it, but I'm just going to go through a vocabulary teaching word, okay? So the word that I'd like to focus on is wailing, and wailing is a verb. So in the book quote, it says, wailing and weeping the ghosts passed across the lake. And wailing has 2 syllables, wailing. The root word of that word is wail. No, not a whale that you find in the sea. It's an action. It's something that you do. So the definition is to make a long, high cry, usually because you're in pain or sadness. So you know when you fall over sometimes and it really hurts and you just can't stop that coming out. Or when you're feeling really, really sad and sometimes it just comes out and you can't stop it, that's wailing. So we could use it in the example of the wailing child cried out, my finger hurts. Now we could also use these different synonyms in there as well. So the weeping child cried out, my finger hurts. Or the groaning child cried out, my finger hurts. Or the howling child cried out, my finger hurts. Okay, so that's a word that now you'll know while you're reading the text what it means. So once you've read it, you have these questions to answer. So pause the video, read your text, answer your questions now. Okay, welcome back. So let's move on. So you have the next part now of your text to read. And I've got another vocab check for you. I like this word. This word is illusion. It's a great word, isn't it? Illusion, it's a verb. Now the book quote says, when you reach the heart of the fire, all your illusions will vanish. Ooh. Now, the syllables are illusion, 3 syllables, okay? And there isn't a root word because that is the main word. Now, the definition of illusion is a deceptive appearance or impression. So sometimes, like magic tricks are illusions, aren't they? Because it's a deceptive idea. You think you see something, but it's not really real. You actually are seeing something else, but you don't realise it. So it's a false idea or a belief. It's not actually real. So we could use it in the way of the mirrors in the room gave an illusion of a greater space. In the hot sun, the surface of the road seems wet, but that is only an illusion. So we could use synonyms and near synonyms, so words that are similar but don't mean exactly the same. A mirage, hallucination, an apparition, a vision, or a fantasy. Okay. Now here we've put some pictures. So this is an illusion as well. And if you have a look at that and move your head around while you're looking at that picture, it looks like that ball might be slightly moving. And here the road looks wet, but it's not wet, it's actually hot. You know, sometimes have you ever seen it when the road looks like it's wavy? And that's because it's very hot. And here there's an illusion of a lady coming out behind some mirrors. So then once you have read your second part of the text, you have these questions to answer. Pause the video, have a go at that now. Okay, welcome back. How did you get on with that? So let's have a look then. Let's sum up then, Inference in Iggy. To prove your understanding of what Inference in Iggy does, you need to answer these following questions. What does he help you to do? What sort of questions might he ask? And what's the trickiest thing about the Inference in Iggy questions? Pause the video, have a chat with the person in the room. Okay, welcome back to that. So well done with that guided reading today, children. You did really, really well. Really pleased with you. Are you still enjoying the book? It's fabulous, isn't it? I'm really excited. It's such a good book. Now, you take care, Year 3, and you've got lots of lovely lessons for the rest of the day for you to do. And I shall hopefully see you very soon. You take care now.